Well, got the quarter panels back on for the last time and clamped up. Everything's in position. My door gaps look good. I got everything clamped up. I got my inner trunk drop off clamped in the right position. I was having a little trouble finding exactly how that was supposed to mate up with the quarter panel, but that's ultimately where it wants to be. These are kind of cool. I got these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They're just little tiny finger clamps. But don't use these to pull anything together. But once you have it pulled together with a bigger clamp, you can run right down through with these and it'll stay together quite nicely. They're not expensive. It'll save you buying a bunch of expensive clamps. This is all ready to go. I think I'm ready to drop the tail panel off now. Put a tack weld in here. Right down in that corner there. You can see it there. That tack weld holds the quarter panel to the trunk floor. So that'll maintain its width when I pull this inner tail panel out. When I pull the tail panel out, that will maintain position. That way I can pull that out. I got a few notes here and there that, a few little things that need to be touched up on that panel metalwork wise when I pull it off for the last time. But the quarters are on and they're ready. I think this is gonna do it. I haven't put the filler deck in yet. Gotta look at my list. I don't think I want to do that until I get the tail panel back in, but I could be wrong. So I gotta go back through and look at that. But yeah, making good progress. Things are going to come together pretty quickly. Now that everything's fitting right, I don't expect the welding to be all that big a yank. Once I just alter this tail panel just a little bit, I'm a little fat on the return edges still on the bottom there, so I can get it in tighter. Of course, I got to flatten out some edges underneath there when I weld the inner tail panel or inner cross member or rear cross member, whatever you want to call it. Once I get that welded in, everything should go right back in nicely. But yeah, pretty stoked. So making progress and things are happening quickly now. So hopefully this will move things along. All right, everything is prepped back up. I welded the joints there in that edge between the trunk floor and the drop off. Was able to spot weld that all beautifully with my little Harbor Freight spot welder. Got everything seam sealed, primered, then seam sealed, and then basically just I'm waiting for it to set up a little bit because I got a little seam sealer up here I got to clean off. Then I just roll that thing back in. It works pretty slick. You basically just kind of set the panel in this way, hook it over these little nipples on the bumper brackets, and then roll it backwards and it falls right in place. Well, at least it pushes in place. So pretty nice setup. So that now I will, after this sets up a little bit, I'm gonna just clean up a little bit of weld through primer in a couple spots and get ready to put that back in and get on with the next steps. Okay, this is looking really good, really good. I mean, come on, look at that. Holy cow. Beautiful. All right, so the back, I've just got it clamped in place. I did throw some welds up in here just to hold those dog ears in while I did the rest of the maneuvering. Put the trunk deck on, and I spot welded the front end of the deck filler to the underpinning, and I'll be welding the rest of the deck filler in tomorrow. So I'll start from the middle, work my way out on both sides, and then probably start welding in the quarter panels after that. So but yeah, it's looking good. Back's coming together really nice. Rear clip. This one I just need to pull in a little bit. It goes in nicely. It's just hanging there. But yeah, then once I get all that sorted out, and then interesting story. As many of you know, I complained a little bit about this trunk deck, specifically this edge right here. See, I don't know if you can catch that in the camera, but there's a lot of ins and outs on this, let's just call it. It's not very straight. So that edge was going to have to be reworked, as well as the other one to a smaller degree. Just not really good edge definitions. Classic Industries, I showed them this. They went in and looked at this video and offered to send me a new one free of charge. So there's a new one on the way. Hopefully it'll fit better. We'll see. If not, I can work with this. It's just going to take time. So I will try to figure out how to move ahead from there. So once I get that deck filler completely welded up, I'll drop the jack that's holding up the middle. It's got it just a little bit high in the middle. So once all the spot welds are in and I weld up the outside edges, I'll relax that a little bit, let it come down, and we'll see what we got. But so far, I'm telling you, I'm extremely pleased with how this back is coming together. Had to flatten these out a little bit in here. They were kind of crowned out a little bit, so I just worked them a little bit, and then they'll require a little bit of filler in there just to make them perfectly smooth. But all in all, I can't complain. Everything's looking really decent, so we'll continue on some more tomorrow. Big shocker, raining again. Yeah, here we go. But at least now it's getting nice and muggy, so that helps. Yeah, I'll bring you back when I have some more to show tomorrow, but everything is coming together, and I'm literally in the final stages. Everything's gone on except for the trunk deck. Everything's gone on for the last time. Just going to start welding stuff up as prescribed. Probably start up at the B pillars, start working my way back just in case anything does anything funky or wants to move or anything, and then yeah, should be good to go. So yeah, if you please take the time to subscribe if you're into this sort of stuff. There's a lot of really good resources out there right now, and I appreciate you following along.